I hope everybody's having an amazing night. So, welcome to our brand power series where we're going to be teaching you not just how to build a brand, but how to build a profitable brand and why that's so critical to your. Stop, Cujo. Stop. Sit down. And why that's so critical to your business. So, give me just a moment. Let me get up and running on Instagram and we will be ready to go. So, guys, the first thing I want to let you know is that there are a lot of people, way more people on the internet now, telling you how to build a brand than when I first started. And what I know from experience is all of it has a piece of right to it. But one of the reasons that I do what I do is because some of it is missing the basics. And when you're missing basic components, no matter how hard you try, unfortunately, you're going to still be missing out on something. And so that's what I want to let you know tonight what it is that you're missing out on and why those pieces are so critical. And I think that a lot of people leave them out because they don't necessarily know what it does take to build a profitable brand. And so they teach you what they know. But unfortunately, that keeps you in a place in business where you're not making the level of money that you would, could, should make in your business. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Really, how to get your first 4-figure, 5-figure launch off the ground, even when you're first building your brand, and why that is so important. And I need you guys to not only pay attention, but also take notes, because what you're going to find if you really go back into what I'm talking about and you really start to look at the things you've done over the years, what you're going to find is that the mass majority of what I'm telling you is the main reason that you really haven't surpassed your profit goals. And let's just talk about why the profit goals are important. Number one, when you make the right amount of money, you get an opportunity to do things like leave your job. You get an opportunity to do things like travel when you want, buy a bigger house, buy bigger cars. So if you're going to do this, why not do this correctly, right? So tonight we're going to be talking about what it takes to really make 4 and 5 figures in your first brand launch, or even if this is not your first brand launch, what do you really need to do to get that level of revenue up and running in your business, regardless as to how long you've been in business, because really that's the holy grail, right? Everybody is trying to get to the point where they're making more money in their business. So what I want to do, first of all, is talk about some of the things you know, right? And this is kind of the order that people give them to you in. And like I said, as you're getting education from other people online, the vast majority of the information they're giving you is right, but they're not giving it to you in the right order that's going to help you be successful out the gate. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this grant, especially for those of you who have a business and you need help making your business profitable. There's a portion of the grant we're giving away that is just for rebranding. So if you go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 and put your name in the hat for that branding. Hey, Coach Monica. Hey, Coach Monica. If you go on the application and put your name in the hat, you're gonna find out behind the scenes exactly what's missing and how to put those pieces of the puzzle in action. Now, targeting. Everybody talks about you have to know who your target is. First of all, I want to do a contest. I'm going to tell you everything that I have on this list that you need to make sure is in line before you launch. And I want one person to tell me what's missing. All of these things are right, by the way. It's just missing one critical piece where if you want to have your first $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 launch, you've got to have it. So we have targeting. You got to know who your target is. Messaging. You got to know what's your message to that target. Your brand colors. Your brand colors have to resonate with your target. Your name, logo, and tagline. You have to have all of those. You have to know what's the name of the company or product, what's going to be your logo, what's going to be your tagline. You've got to have a marketing strategy. Where are you going to show up online and offline to get people to buy your stuff? You got to have a social media strategy. Gone are the days you could just ignore social media. And you've got to have a website. So with all of those things that you have to have, can anybody tell me what is missing and what really should be number one? And so many coaches miss it, which is why their clients are not making money. So many businesses miss it, which is why their businesses are not making money. Can anybody tell me what should be the very first thing on this list? I'm looking. Let me see who's in the chat on Zoom. Not a payment system to receive payments. Definitely not email list and email marketing. Email list and email marketing, that goes under your social media strategy. So let's talk about what goes in your social media strategy. Logo is on the list, Rosalind. It's not missing. Social media strategy is partially your web design, but that's your email marketing. That's your Facebook. Nope, Dr. Cynthia, knowing your audience, that's targeting. That's on the list. There you go, there you go, Tisha. There you go, Katrina. What in the hell are you selling? I'm going to let that sink in. You out there worried about your target. You out there worried about what you going to say to them. You out there worried about what color. You out there worried about a tagline and a logo. You out there, exactly, T. Odom. What in the hell are you selling? What is your profit goal? What are you selling? How much of it are you going to sell? Where are you going to sell it? Who's going to buy? If you don't know what you're selling, how much is it going to cost? Somebody say, wow. Because see, there's so many of you that miss that one critical piece. And that has to be resolved before you get out, before you do any of this. Don't build a website if you don't know what you got for sale. Don't be all out on social media if you don't know what you got for sale and how much it's going to cost. If you don't know how much money you're going to make, why are you even out there? And Eli said your why. You don't even know your why. Why are you doing this to begin with? Guys, if you haven't shared this broadcast, share this broadcast, because there's so many of your sisters sitting right next to you that are missing this mark. And because they're missing this mark, they're missing money. So again, share this broadcast. This is the number one thing that you need to consider when you're building a brand, when you're rebranding, when you're launching. I don't care what you're doing. If you haven't sat down and said, what's for sale? And in fact, that should be the question you ask. You want to make $1 million a year? Start asking yourself that every day. Somebody say, wow. You want to make $1 million a year? Start asking yourself that every day. Right after you pray and right after you meditate, ask yourself not only what's for sale, but how many of them am I going to sell? And I'm not going to bed. And I'm not going to eat dinner. And I'm not going on a date. Come on now. Somebody out there heard me just now. That's the discipline behind your dollars. And if I was supposed to sell 5 today and I didn't, when I wake up tomorrow morning, how many am I supposed to sell? If I was supposed to sell 5 today and I didn't, I only sold 3. When I wake up tomorrow, I gotta sell 7 to stay. You want to make $1 million a year? Listen to what I'm saying. The very first thing you should do before you do anything else, before you buy a business card, before you get a website created, before you do anything, before you set up one social media profile, before you come up with any marketing strategy, before you even know, do you know why what you're going to sell and how much you're going to sell it for is even more important than knowing your target? Somebody tell me why. And again, if you haven't shared this broadcast, this is such an amazing lesson that if you listen, this lesson will save you tens of thousands of dollars and a whole lot of time and energy and stress. This is this lesson is for 7-figure earners. Because if you wonder why you're not earning 7 figures, it's because that one question is not paramount in your day. What is for sale? If I want to sell a $10,000 product, my target cannot be people on government assistance. And that's no tea or shade. It's just lining up your pegs. If your target is, if your product is $10,000, you got to target somebody either with $10,000 or somebody that has a job. Are y'all listening to me? This will save you some time, y'all. This will save you some frustration. And let me tell you why. A lot of y'all running around thinking that it's something wrong with your product, and it's not. You're talking to random people. You're talking to people that can't afford what you have, and you're getting frustrated because they're trying to nickel and dime. They're trying to negotiate. They're telling you things like it costs too much. And that's why, again, you have to know your pricing before you even determine your target. And let me tell you something. People used to get mad when Tommy Hilfiger and Gloria Vanderbilt were so adamant about the fact that they were not marketing their product to African American people. But they weren't. Because in their minds, African American people could not afford their products. That's why you got to know your target. That's why you got to know people. Because at the end of the day, black, white, man, woman, people spend money and find the money for things that they need. You right here looking for you. So before you even set out on this journey, you've got to say to yourself, what do I have for sale? Another major mistake you make is starting off too low with your pricing. Somebody say, ouch. Because this is what you do. You say, I'm going to start with the prices low because people don't know me. I'm going to start with my prices low. And you know, until I get started, I'm going to beta test this project. I'm going to offer it cheap so people can buy it and I get that. Nobody else does that. If Louis Vuitton comes out with a new purse, if Frito-Lay comes out with a new bag of potato chips, they don't say, let me lower the price. They say, if you want it, buy it. And I'm going to tell y'all something else super amazing is that some people may not be buying your stuff right now simply because it's too cheap. Somebody say, wow. I'm gonna let you stew on that. I'm gonna let you think about that. What do you think when something is cheap? What do you think when the price is too low? What goes through your mind? You start to think things like it's not good quality. Right, what's wrong with it? This whole society has been conditioned, and matter of fact, they brag. Yeah, Shea Style, those are known brands, but they haven't always been known. I'm trying to teach y'all something. Yeah, Louis Vuitton, that's a known brand. Gucci, that's a known brand. But these brands ain't always been known. They started somewhere. Hold on, are y'all listening to me? And when they started, they said to themselves, I'm going to charge more so that the expectation is that I'm worth more. Everybody started somewhere. Come on now. I'm going to go back to my original lesson. Is everybody with me? If you're with me, coach, say I'm with you. Is everybody with me? Why did I say that before you do anything, you have to determine who your target is? That has so much to do with the product and the price. If you've already determined, I'm going to sell a high-end product, a luxury product, then my targeting, messaging, colors, name, logo, tagline, marketing strategy, social media, and website will look totally different than if I say I'm selling a product to the masses. Ah, did anybody catch that? Did anybody catch that? So can you have more than one target? Yes and no. You can. But people want to be special. People want to know that they're buying something specifically for them. And if you look at the greatest of the greats, they all started with one product and one target. Amazon for 20 years, all they sold was books. Nike for 20 years, all they targeted was athletes. You don't see Nike selling no dress shoes. And Amazon in the last 5 years really just started at selling everything. They made their billions selling books. We've got to stop thinking that we're so intelligent that we can outfox basic marketing and branding protocol. There are rules that exist. There's a book by Al Ries and Jack Trout called the 15 or 21 immutable laws of marketing. And what immutable means is that I don't care what situation you're in, these laws apply. You can't get around them, can't get above them, you can't get over them. These rules apply. The more of the rules that you follow, the more money you make. But again, what I'm telling you now about developing your product and the pricing before you do anything else, everybody else leaves that out. Why do I teach my clients that? Because my goal is for them to make the most money up front. It's Al Ries, R-I-E-S, and Jack Trout. I want them to make, here's the thing. I used to teach just like everybody else. And in the last 6 months, I said, I really want to build my brand into a brand that creates 6 and 7-figure earners faster than anybody else. So what is it gonna take? And I took away everything I know about making 7 figures. And I broke it down into 12 pieces. And I said, how can I speed up each one of these 12 pieces? And part of what I'm telling you now is what I came up with. The only way to speed your path to the money is to make the money the priority. What do I have to offer? Is it my highest priced offer? And that's what I'm helping my clients with. And guys, if you're interested in getting a grant for the rebranding bootcamp, so you can make sure you're leading with your highest offer, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. And why it's so critical to lead with your, let me ask you guys, why is it important for you to offer your most expensive product first? I'm asking you guys. See, that's the piece where we were taught somewhat incorrectly. We were taught, okay, offer them something for free, then they're gonna come in, and then you offer them a little more for a little more money, and then you work them up. That's wrong. That is flat out wrong. So somebody tell me, why should you offer your highest price item not only first, but more frequently? And if you don't know, just tell me, I don't know, coach, and I'm gonna give you the answer. Everybody was taught to start low and then high. Everybody except men. Anybody want the answer? Rosalind, send me an inbox message, please. Anybody want the answer? So the answer is, that's right, Daphne. If they can't afford the top, you can work your way down. So let me give you an analogy. If I'm a single man, what is my goal? Most single men, their goal is to sleep with as many women as they can, right? Agree or disagree? I'm a single young man. I ain't got but one goal. I want to sleep with as many women as I can. So out of 100 women, I'm going to ask all of them to sleep with me on the first date. I'm gonna dress nice. I'm gonna be very articulate. I'm gonna take them to a nice meal. I'm gonna ply them with some nice wine. I'm gonna take them dancing. And at the end of the night, I'm gonna ask them to sleep with me on the first date. Are y'all listening to me close? Out of 100 women, how many women do you think would actually sleep with him on the very first date? Y'all put up a number. 10%, 20%, 10, 20, 30. How many? Somebody said 50. Daphne said about 30%. Winning Circle Marketing said 65. Muriel said 10. So there's no wrong answer. Watch this. Rose said 5. But there's no wrong answer. Because if my highest price product, y'all listen to me. Hey, Janine, listen to me. If my highest price product is $10,000 and I ask 100 people to buy it, and if only 10 buy it, I still just made $100,000. Somebody missed that math. Somebody say, wow, this is why you need this rebranding boot camp. This is why you need to go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 and get, because listen, we got it twisted. You worried about the 90 that won't sleep with you, and he's not. He's worried about the 10 that will sleep with him. Wait a minute, because it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Just because you didn't sleep with me on the first date don't mean I'm going to stop trying. So now, he slept with 10 on the first date. How many of them you think he can get to sleep with him on the second date? On the third date? On the fourth date? That's why you're not making $10,000 and $20,000 when you launch. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. You want to start making some real cheese when you launch? Go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 and get in that rebranding boot camp so you can get your pricing right. So you can get your mind right about your money. While you over there tripping over dollars to get the nickels and dimes. In the marketing world, we call that nurturing. You're nurturing them to get your freemium, and I'm nurturing them to spend $60,000 with me. It's a difference. It's a big difference. Huge difference. Y'all see what I said? This is why I named this broadcast, How to Make $20,000 to $40,000 in Your First Launch. Because if you change your structure and how you're offering, when people say yes, they're not saying yes to a $20 product. They're saying yes to a $5,000 product or a $10,000 product. And you don't need but 10 yeses a year to make 6 figures. You don't need but 100 yeses a year to make $1 million. And with them kind of odds, more people can make it. And that's why I'm determined to help more women understand the math behind making $1 million. It's not complicated math. You just got to do some shit different. Did everybody catch that? Just because you said no to me, that's another thing that women miss. We miss the ask. We're over here posting on social media, updating our website, going live, but we never ask anybody to hire me. We never say that. And Carolyn, that's what we're going to be doing in that. So can I help y'all real quick? You cannot restructure your pricing alone. You need my help. You cannot restructure your own pricing by yourself. You're going to sell yourself cheap every single time. The way you look at the value of your products bounced up against your self-confidence and self-esteem minus everything that happened to you in your history, divided by what people have said to you about your products and services, you're going to misprice your products and services every single time you need my help. Ask how many of my clients did not have a $5,000 product, $10,000 product, $15,000 product, $25,000 product before they met me. You need my help. That's what this boot camp is about. And the fact that we're going to give you a grant to help you pay for it, to me, if you missed out on this opportunity, you don't want to make more money. Go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 and get your name in the hat before this money dries up. You just got to be able to say to yourself, I really don't know how to make 6 figures. I really don't know how to make 7 figures. I need some help. Did y'all catch what I just ran down? At the point where you have a client tell you you need to raise your price, you're really underpriced. You're sitting around and you're letting the people around you make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month, and you're not. And there's no reason you shouldn't. And you think it's your product, you think it's your service, you think it's your social media, and it's not. It's your mindset and it's your strategy. You don't know what you don't know. Let me tell you something about my child. One of the twins called me. Oh my God. And you know, it's always just so much drama. She had such a bad day, such an emergency. And she's like, Mom, you know, I made a big mistake and da 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 da. And I was like, well, are you pregnant? She said, no. I said, did you go to jail? She said, no. I said, well, girl, anything else is small to a giant. You hear me? So she told me what it was, and I was like, girl, it ain't no big deal. I can fix that. That's why I make the money I make. I can fix that. But I told her, you don't know what I know about money. So when you have a money problem, come to me. Let me help you. Because you not knowing about money, you're making the money problem worse. I'm having to spend more money now to fix your little $5 problem than had you just come to me at first. So let's talk about where that goes with you. You say, I can't afford coaching. In the money that you're wasting on all these websites and logos and taglines and all of this foolishness, you could have went on and paid for coaching, went on and got right-sided, gone on with a strategic plan and been making money. Do you agree? Somebody say yes. So when I offered this grant, because the rebranding boot camp is $10,000, the grant is $9,000. You only have to pay $1,000. When I offered this grant, somebody had the nerve to be mad because it didn't cover the entire cost of the tuition. And I said, when you get a Pell Grant for college, it doesn't cover your whole tuition. Come on, babe, look. Come on now. Somebody, at some point, you need to realize when somebody's trying to bless you and take your blessing and go sit down somewhere. I'm being honest. So you go to my website right now, that rebranding boot camp is $10,000. For me to say, I'm going to be giving away some grants where you can attend the boot camp for only $1,000, to me, that's a no-brainer. But again, You can't make people want to do better. You can't make people want to do better. You can't make people want to make money. But if you don't make profit, your product pricing and services, the number one thing you do before you launch, before you onboard a client, before you build a website, before you make your business cards, you're going to be trapped behind a product that doesn't cost enough. Do y'all know Gucci never put their products on sale? Gucci never, ever, ever, somebody say ever, ever, ever puts their products on sale. They don't have to. Is it best to accept payments through Cash App? Do y'all want my honest opinion? If I ask a business owner, how should I pay them? And they say Cash App, I look at them differently. Cash App is not an accepted form of monetary transfer for a business. Cash App just got reporting. If people send you money, if you send somebody money in Cash App, you have no recourse. You can't dispute it. If you send it to the wrong person, you can't get it back. You can't talk to them on the phone. And that's who you're going to trust your business to? And this is why you need a coach. If you're going to do this shit, y'all, why wouldn't you do it right? I'm just asking. If you're going to start a business and your goal is to create a 6 or 7 figure dynasty, legacy, why wouldn't you do it right? And sometimes Zelle is fine. Zelle is fine. Zelle is bank approved. Zelle has tracking. Zelle is just a product name for a wire transfer. You know what, Angel? I'm going to cover MLMs. I think Sunday night. Is MLMs your brand? If you go to bit.ly/brandpower2020, you'll get up to date on all of these webinars that I'm doing right now. I feel like there is a place for MLMs, multi-level marketing companies, as long as it matches your brand. It should not be your primary source of revenue. It should match your brand. They go give me a cup of ice water from some McDonald's or something. So do you see why out of all of these things that you've been out here doing, the fact that you don't get to have your pricing right, you don't have your products right, you're not offering your highest price products first, you don't have a real profit strategy. That is what's keeping you from generating the level of revenue that you really want. So guys, if you're looking to build more profitable launches, if you know that your brand is missing revenue, baby, give me water on my refrigerator. Make sure you go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. Get your name in the hat. I want to go ahead and open it up for questions. And here's the thing, Dr. Cheryl, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm trying to let you know that you don't have to struggle and that there is help. That's one of the reasons we created this grant program, is to be able to help a lot of women get the information that they didn't have before, and to be able to help them focus on the right things. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person, if I do anything for a long time and I don't see results, I start to think I'm crazy. And you're not. You're just fighting the wrong devil. You out here worried about social media and emails and this, that, and the other. And you got to make the main thing the main thing. You do. And when you do that, when you start making the main thing, what really happens is you start to understand this journey was for a reason. You start to understand that you're not as far off as you thought you were. You know, nobody's doing this just to do this. I'm sure you're doing this for a reason. And everybody's reason is different. Whether you're doing it because you don't want to work a job for the rest of your life, whether you're doing it because you want to take better care of your kids or your family or your mom, whatever the reason is you're doing it, don't you want to do it right? And that's what it boils down to. And trust me, I understand. There's so many people out there saying this and saying that. But when it's all said and done, is any of it getting you closer to your goals? And sometimes you do, Dr. Cheryl, just have to start over. And I'm here to help you with that. Make sure you go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 to get more information, guys, about the grant opportunity. And don't get left behind. Don't get caught up trying to figure it out by yourself. Remember why you started this to begin with, and you started it to be successful. So let me help you finish that. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this information has helped you think differently about your business. I hope this information is going to help you move faster and be more profitable in your business. All right. Coach, love you guys.